Now, let's recall that particular commands, that is dimsen, DCE, center mark and mark. What are all those? Okay, let's create circle, some more circle. Okay, this is created. Now, now go to dim sen, enter. We already know what is dim sen. If dim sen value is positive, that is plus 10, enter. Then go to DCE, enter, and select a circle. So see, look at here, because dim sen value was plus 10, that's why it will happen like this. Now go to dim sen again, enter. Let's give 50 value. Now go to DCE, dim center. So see, it is 50 size, it is 10 size. Now go to dim sen again. Now this time give minus value, that is minus 10, enter. Now go to DCE. To see that, you have to go to DCE. Select this thing. Now you can see that this is the minus 10 value of dim sen. Okay, I hope this is clear. So go to dim sen again, minus 10, we can go to minus 30, enter. Okay, go to DCE, enter. Select this. You can see this is 30 and this is 10. So this is it. In the dim style manager, go to modify. Just look at here. Here we have, see, mark and line. If you select mark and give value here, so that will be treated as positive value of dim sen. If you select this line and give value here, so that will be treated as negative value of dim sen. And to see the change of the value, you have to go to DCE. I hope this is clear. Okay, and center mark is completely different thing. You have to go to annotate, center mark, and select this circle. So as of now, the center mark is like this. So actually, if you see, let's say, let me create a bigger circle. Now go to center mark and select this circle. You can see that center mark size depends upon, okay, the center mark which I am creating from this particular dialog box, that is annotate, which I am creating from this center mark. It depends upon the size of the circle. If the size of the circle is smaller, the center mark symbol will be smaller. If the size of the circle is bigger, then the center mark symbol will be quite bigger only. Now, after that, we also send that center mark exe. We can give on or off. Center mark exe, either off or on. As of now, it is off. If you switch it on, then go to center mark and the center mark will be created like this, and you can change the size of the center mark. So that's it. That's all about center mark. Okay. Now, let us see some more things. Let me delete these circles. Okay. Now, go to dim style manager again. ISO 25. Modify. Now we have dimension break. What is this dimension break? Let me explain that. Let us erase these things. let me create a rectangle here and a rectangle here. Okay, now go to dim. I'm just creating some dimension lines. Okay, so see, I have created some of the things. Again, create dimension line, give dimension. See, all these dimensions I have given. Okay, sometimes a problem occurs. Okay, let us say, let me delete this. Suppose we have an object here, right here, and let me stretch it a bit. Let me give the dimension of it from the center point of this to this. Okay, sometime you will find this kind of problem, that your dimension lines will get intersect like this. This problem might arise. See here, your dimension extension line might intersect each other. Okay, so we have to go to dim break. You have to go to dim break. Okay, select dimension to add break. Suppose I want to break from this. Select it and then select object to break. So see, this dimension is broken. This extension line is broken. And also from here you can see this is broken from here. Okay, so that's the beauty of this. Suppose I want to remove this break. Go to dim break again. Okay, I want to remove from here, so select this. After selecting, you will see that auto manual remove will come. So go to remove. So see, that is removed now. I hope this is clear. Okay, let me explain again. Go to dim break. Go to dim break. Suppose now I want a break on this particular dimension line. So select that. Select that. Once you select that, now it will ask select object to break dimension. So suppose this is the object which through which I want to break. So select this. Once you select this, see here break will come and here also break will come. So that's the dimension break. Okay, now can you see this gap? I can manage this gap. Okay, I can manage this back gap. Go to ISO 25 and modify. From here, can you see the break size? The break size is 3.75. Let me select it as 10. Break size is 10. Okay, let us say, see, the size increased. Let me go to dim style manager again, ISO 25, break size. Let me set the break size as 30. Okay, close. Now see how big the break is. Okay, but we don't prefer this much huge gap. Okay, so break size will give it as 5 only. Okay, okay, so it will be like that. So that's the dim break, and you can manage this particular gap from the dim style manager, that is D enter, modify, and you can manage from here dimension break. So all the options of symbols and arrow is understandable for you. Now next is text. Okay. So as of now in the text style we have two types, annotative and standard. If you want some more text style, you can go from here and text style option will open, and you can manage all the things which are there. Any type of text you want, you can select that from here. Okay, whatever you want, you can set as per your requirement. Suppose if I choose Arial black, regular, bold, whatever you want. Okay, suppose in the Arial you can select bold, italic, like that. Okay, so bold, regular means normal. Okay, so you can set accordingly. You can set the height, size, all the things. So as of now I'm closing it. Text style, that is already been explained in the text. Okay, that I will explain in the text. And text color you can set is red or cyan, whatever color you want, you can set that. Fill color, suppose as of now it's none. So if you go to red, so see all the dimension will be filled with red in color. If you press OK, you will see that all the colors will be in filled with red color. ISO 25, modify. Okay, so normally we keep it as none only. Text height, you can manage the text size. As of now it is 5, you can give it as 10, like that. So 10 means it will increase the size. Okay, give it 5 only, that is okay. Draw frame around text, yes, you can add frame around the text. See, it is checked now, so press OK and close it. You can see that the frame is there. Okay, frame is there around the text. Now we have text placement. Okay, centered means, see, in between the dimension line it will be centered. Okay, and close it. See, it will come at the center of the dimension line. Now go to dim style manager again. Okay, modify. So we have different options, you can check it below. Okay, then we have above, we have outside, like that. Okay, that is not a very big deal. Okay, that totally depends upon you, how you want to keep. As of now I am keeping as above only, vertical. Now horizontal. Okay, horizontal, see at, see, horizontal means along the horizontal. See, actually what is the thing, let me go to the OneNote and let me explain this thing. See, if this is the dimension line, okay, if this is the dimension line, then your text will be written either here or above the dimension line or below the dimension line. So I am changing the vertical aspect. I am changing the position of vertical. I am changing the position of the text with respect to the dimension in the vertical direction. Vertical direction means if I am moving this text, if I'm moving this dimension text perpendicular to this dimension line, so that's the vertical aspect. If I'm moving this text along the dimension line, that's the horizontal aspect. Let us see in the example. See, as of now it is centered. If I'm going to horizontal and at external line 1, see, near the external line 1, this particular dimension will get shifted. If I do at external line 2, so near to the external line 2, the dimension will get shifted. So this is the horizontal. Along the dimension line, if you are moving, that's the horizontal. Okay, now extended line, okay, over external line 2, like that. So it becomes very odd to see. So center is the best. View direction left to right. If you do right to left, it will look like this. Okay, so better is left to right. Now we have offset from the dim line, means the text placement, how much distance you want from the dim line. Suppose I want 5. So see, it will move away from it. The text will move away from the dimension line because 5 is very huge. So set it as 1 only. So it will be quite near to the dimension line. Okay, text alignment, if you set horizontal, so it will be horizontal. It will be easy for us to see. Align with the dimension line means it will be like this. The text will be aligned with the dimension line. See the difference here. See the difference. Okay. Yes. Let me show you somewhere here. Suppose we have a inclined line like this. Now go to dimension. You can see how the text aligned horizontally. Okay. Because in the text, it is in the text alignment, it has set as horizontal. Align with dimension line. That means it will be like this. See, the text is aligned with the dimension line. ISO 25 modify. Okay, now let's move on to the next. Fit. This is very important. Read this very carefully. If there isn't enough room to place both text and arrows, sometimes what happens, we have to measure very small linear dimension. Okay, that is very small, and in that there is no space for text or arrow. So that's why this fit option is there. Suppose that problem occurs, then the first thing to move outside the extension line is, means what you want to be the first, that you should move the, see, so means the first thing to move outside the extension line, which is the first one, arrow or text, which here one you want to be the first one, must go outside if the text and arrow both are not getting fitted. Example, let me explain in one note. See here, suppose I want to measure this particular thing. Now here, let's say, how, suppose the arrow size is so big, the arrow size is so big that arrow will come outside of the extension line, and dimension, let me explain again. See, this dimension is so small that arrow will come outside of this particular extension line. These are the extension line and these are the dimension line, and here the text might be written 20, like that. So here the arrow is outside, the arrow is outside, arrow is outside because the dimension is very small. Suppose if I am dimensioning like this, the arrow is small, okay, means the arrow is inside but the text goes to outside. Okay, now we can have one more option, that both arrow and text both are inside because they are suitable only. Okay, yes, so that's the option they are asking. What it is asking, the first thing to move outside, which is the first thing which must move outside if your dimension which we are measuring is very very small. Okay, so here the first is the best fit, either text or arrow, anything, either of the text or arrow can go outside of the extension lines. Here second is arrows, third is text. If I select this, both text and arrows, okay, means both must go outside, both must go outside, text and arrows, and always keep text between external lines. Means if I select this, then that means the text must remain between the extension line always. Like see here, see the example, these two are the extension line and between that extension line the text must be there always. Okay, but the best fit will be this one only, either text or arrow. Okay, so if I am selecting this, the text will always remain between the extension line. We don't know about the arrows, arrow can be inside the extension line, can be outside the extension line. Okay, yes, so this option is also good and this option is the best. Okay, and we have one more option, suppress. Suppress arrow means remove the arrows if they don't fit inside the extension line. Okay, you can check this as well. Mostly we don't check it, we always need arrow, we always need arrow to see the to show the dimension line. Okay, so if we suppress arrow if they don't fit inside the extension line, so you have to check it. Now we have some more options, text placement beside the dimension line. Now here we have beside the dimension line, obviously beside the dimension line, that is fine. Over the dimension line with leader, over the dimension line without leader. When I will explain the leader and all those things, then I will explain this thing. Okay, as of now we can skip it. Now we have one more feature here, scale for dimension features. Scale for dimension features, see, it is very useful. Okay, as of now, if I select this use overall scale of, let me select it as 2. Okay, let me select it as 2. Then you can see what does that means. Just read that sentence. Read that sentence. Sets a scale for all dimension style. If you do it 2 na, all the dimension setting will be multiplied by 2, but your dimension measurement value will not change. It will scale up. It will scale up all the dimension settings, be it text, be it arrow size, be it offset, be it extension line length, be it anything. Okay, so actually this can be managed by command as well. You have to give dim scale command, dim scale command. Okay, dim scale command. So we don't have that much use of it, so as of now keep it 1 only. Okay, use overall scale as 1. Yes, like that. And also we have annotative. Annotative means what, whatever scale you will show, it is there. Okay, that scale will be shown, annotative, if you check the annotative. So not that much of use this thing. Okay, now the most important thing, your always keep this scale dimension to layouts only. Okay, that's it. Now next command, next option is primary units. Okay, now the primary units here, see unit format. As of now, it's decimal only. Precision, if you give it 2, only up to 2 decimal, up to 2 places of decimal it will show. If you give it 3, up to 3 places of decimal it will show. If you give it 4, up to 4 places of decimal it will show. Now here comes the decimal separator. We have space, we have comma, we have period. Mostly we will select period only. Okay. Now, can you see this prefix and suffix? Suppose in any of the dimension, if you want something at the front, so you can give like, let's say, let us give any symbol, this dollar symbol. Okay. So see, at every dimension, before the every dimension, this dollar symbol will come. If you give space, the space will also come. See, and suffix, suppose I want to show it in millimeters. So see, it will show the millimeters, but I want space, so give space before the I hope this is clear. So you can add prefix, you can add suffix. Mostly we add suffix only, that too for showing the units. Now can you see the scale factor? That's the measurement scale. Suppose if I give it 2, suppose if I give the scale factor as 2, all the dimensions measuring value will be multiplied by 2. See, as of now it is 33.2. So if I give the scale factor as 2, then see here, it has become 66.41. Means, suppose, let me create a rectangle. Okay, let me create a rectangle here. Let me create a rectangle of at the rate 200 comma 100, 200 comma 100. Okay, this is a rectangle of 200 comma 100. Let me erase this. Enter. Okay, now go to D, enter, ISO 25, modify, set the scale factor as 1 as of now. Now go to dimension. Now see, dollar sign is coming because it was prefix and suffix delete this part. Okay, so this is 200 Now go to dim style manager again, go to ISO 25, go to modify. Now here you can see scale factor 1. Now if I give scale factor as 2, okay, now see, because I have given the scale factor as 2, the length was 200 but it is showing as 400 because all the dimension measuring value will be scale up by twice. I hope this is very much clear. So up to here it is done. Now keep the scale factor as 1 only. Okay, can you see this option, apply to layout dimensions only? If you check this, and press OK, now here it will show 200. But if you go to layout, now if I dimension it here, now see, it will show 400 here. Can you see that? It will show 400 here. Why is it so? Because go to model space again. Go to model space again. Go to dim style manager, ISO 25, modify. From here you can see that scale factor is 2 and apply to layout dimensions only. Means whatever dimension you will give in the layout, that will be scale up by twice. That's why 200 length rectangle was showing it as 400, because you have given it as 2. Mostly we don't use this. Okay, and you can uncheck it, keep it as 1. Now we have zero suppressions. Sometimes what happens, at the trailing means, suppose I have shown some dimension like 2.3000. So this 0 is eating my space. So what will happen? This is the trailing part. Trailing. It will remove all the zeros. It will remove all the zeros from the back. That is from the suffix. That's a zero suppression. So if the zero suppression, if trailing is activated, see, if the trailing is activated, it will not show the 0 after the decimal. Let us deactivate this and okay. See, 200 dot 0000, 4 times 0, 200 dot 0000. It is showing the 0, that too up to 4 places, because precision I have set it as up to 4. Go to ISO 25, modify, can see the precision is 0.0000, and trailing is unchecked. Now if you check the trailing, okay, close, see, those 0 will be removed, because that 0 is of no use for us. That's why it has been removed. Now the next option is very critical and very important. You must understand this very carefully. Leading. Leading means at the front. Let us say this sub unit factor is 1. Okay, and let us delete this. Sub units factor is 1 as of now. Okay, suppose we want to show a dimension which is very small, like it is around something 0.000 something, like that. Suppose, let us say it is very small, it is 0.4464. Okay, 0.4464, it is very small. Okay, so go to dim style manager, go to ISO 25, modify. As of now, I am removing this prefix and also I am removing this suffix. I am removing this because I want to show something. Now, here the subunit factor is 1. Okay, let me give subunit factor as 10. And subunit suffix is, I can write multiplied by 10. Multiplied by 10. Press OK. Close. Can you see that? What change happened here? If we have a value, dimension value like 0.446. Okay. See, unit factor I gave it as 10. If there is a value, if some dimension which you are showing which is very small, like 0.446, then what it will do, if I check the leading in the zero suppression, if I check the leading, if the leading is checked, if the leading is checked, then what it will do, it will be multiplied by that factor, that is 4.46, and your suffix text will be written like I have written multiplied by 10, like this. So that's what it is showing here. So see, let us delete this. Let us delete this. Go to dim style manager. So you can see that subunit factor is 10. Suppose if I give it as 100, okay, and I will do multiplied by 100 and okay. Now close it. Okay, go to dimension, select this and zoom it. See, it is very small dimension which I am trying to show. Now you can see that. Now you can see that 18.2264, and in the suffix it is written as multiplied by 100, means this dimension, obviously this is not 18. 18 dimension is this much. See, 18 is this much. Actual 18 is this much. You can see that. Actual 18 is somewhere this much. But if the dimension is very small, if the dimension is very small, okay, like this, if the dimension is very small, so it will do like this. If the dimension is very small, then it will happen like this. It will come like this only. Okay. Now go to dim style manager, because sometimes what happened, it is very easy to read 18.22 rather 0.1822. Go to dim style manager again. Go to ISO 25. Now we have, if I like, suppose if I change the subunit factor by 1000, suppose I give 1000, and here suppose I give add the rate, to add the rate, okay, twice, okay, close. Now you can see that 0.1822 is multiplied by 1000, so it will do look like this. Obviously this small, this particular very small dimension cannot be 182, but that is done using this command, using this option. Okay, now suppose if I uncheck the leading, now see the result, press ok and close. You can see that it is 0.1823, 0.1823, actual dimension is 0.1823, but I was suppressing the zero. I was suppressing the zero by leading and subunit factor. If you keep it as 1 and if you delete this, then it will show as it is, and it will suppress the zero from the front. See, it has suppressed the zero from the front, means before the decimal. Go to D enter, ISO 25, modify, and suppose if I uncheck it, okay, so see the zero will come again. Okay, so the actual dimension is 0.18. Okay, and go to modify and check the leading. Let us give it as 100, and you can write multiplied by 100, multiplied by 100, and you can give a space before that. Now you can see it is like that, multiplied by 100. It means that. I hope this is clear. Now ISO 25. This is done, trailing is done, leading is done. Now we have option for angular dimension as well. Angular dimension unit format is decimal degrees. Precision you can give up to 2. It totally depends upon you. Okay. Now suppression, zero suppression, leading and trailing. Again, see, if you check the trailing, uncheck the trailing, zero suppression will be shown. So this is for angle. Similarly, okay, similar to the linear dimensions only, that leading zero suppression and trailing zero suppression. See, if the trailing is unchecked, you can see here 60.00, this 00 will be there. If you check it, that 00 will be no more after the decimal. If in the angle some 0 is there before the decimal, then if you check the leading, that 0 will be suppressed, which is before the decimal. You can read it here. suppresses leading zeros in the angular decimal dimensions. For example, 0.5000 becomes 0.5000, and in the trailing you can read it here, read from here. Okay, just hover your mouse. Suppresses trailing zeros in the angular dimensions, decimal dimensions. For example, 12.5000 becomes 12.5. Okay, 30.0000 becomes 30, like that. So primary units is done. Same is alternate units. If you want to display the alternate units, you have to check it. You have to check the display alternate units. If you check it, it will show in the bracket. It will show in the bracket. Okay, but suppose you want to show the alternate units in architectural. Okay, so you can check the architectural. So it will show in the fits and inches. Okay, multiplier will automatically be selected, that you don't have to do anything. If you want to modify from yourself, if you want to modify it from yourself, you can modify it, but I would suggest you not to modify it. Okay, architectural. So it will show in the decimal. Primary unit is the decimal and alternate unit is the architectural, that is fits and inches. You can add prefix as well and suffix as well for this, and we have these things as well, because architectural you have selected, that's why only 0 fits and 0 inches will come. But if you select decimal here, then again this leading and trailing, that option will come here as well. Maybe you can do like this here, decimal. Okay, maybe in the decimal you can show it in mm. So in the suffix you can add mm, and in the alternate units you can select it in meters. So meters here, in the meters, 1 mm into how meters? It is 0.001, like this. Okay, so that's the meter. You can see it from here. You can see it from here. 28.2 mm becomes 0.028. So if you press OK, if you press OK and close it, you will see like this. See, 200 mm and in meters. This is the primary unit. This is the alternate unit to 200 mm and 0.2 meters. ISO 25, modify. Now from here, so this is done. Okay, so that was in meter. So all these things are same as primary units, and placement after the primary value and below the primary value. If you do below the primary value, it will look like this. Okay, so above it is mm, below it is meters. Now you can change. Suppose if you want to show it in centimeter, so 1 mm is equals to 0.1 centimeter, right? So suppose I want this in centimeter, so 0.01 or 0.1. Okay, 0.1 primary units. Okay, this is in mm. 1 mm is equals to 0.1 centimeter. So that's why in the multiplier you have to add, you have to show 0.1. Suppose the primary units you want in meters. Okay, so in the suffix you have to press meters, but in the alternate units you have to make sure of this multiplier. 1 meter equals to 1000 mm. Suppose you want to show it in mm. Okay, so see this primary units I want to show it in meter, so suffix I have written as meter, and in the alternate units, multiplier is 1000, because 1 meter equals to 1000 mm. So that's why 1000, and in the suffix I have written mm. So it will look like this. 1 meter equals to 1000 mm. So you can show it like this as well. So see 200 meter, here it will show 2 lakh mm. So this is it. I hope this is very much clear to you. So alternate units is done, primary units is also done. Now let's continue our dim style manager, that is D enter ISO modify. So this is done up to alternate units done. Now we have tolerances. Okay. In the tolerance, you can see we have different methods. Symmetrical method. See, first of all, what does tolerances means? See, basically, sometimes, suppose inside a hole, I want to fit a cylinder. Okay. So maybe that whole dimension. Okay. Let me explain here. See, suppose this is a hole. We have a hole right here, and this whole diameter is, let's say, 200. Now suppose if I give plus 0.2 minus 0.2, means the whole of the size of the hole. See, the size of the hole is given as plus 0.2 minus 0.2. See, this is a hole. Okay, this is a hole having diameter 200, and its range is from plus 0.2 to minus 0.2. So the range is 200.2 and 199.8. Means the diameter of this hole, the diameter of this hole can vary between 199.8 to 200.2. Means within this limit, within this limit, the whole diameter must lie. Okay, within this limit, the whole diameter must lie, means 199.8 to 200.2. Suppose if the whole diameter is 198.9, by mistake, this is not acceptable, because the cylinder or any other object which will come and fit here, that will not be fitted there. So that's why this range can be shown by tolerances. Okay, so that's tolerance we are talking about. So we have different tolerances in the symmetry. Okay, symmetry, let us give it as 0 only. Precision, make it as 0. Okay, let us give upper value as 0.5. Okay, 0.5 upper value. So see here, press OK. As of now, press OK here, and you can see that, you can see here plus minus 1 it is showing. Why 1? Why 1 is showing? Go to dim style manager, that is D enter ISO 25 modify, and in the tolerances select 0.00. It is 0.5. Upper value is 0.5. Okay, close it. Now it will show perfectly. So it is 0.5 plus minus 0.5 meters. So here it will show 500 mm. Okay, 500 mm. I hope you are getting my point. 0.5 meter is equals to 500 mm. That's why 500. So D enter. So that's the tolerance. And I have selected symmetrical. That's why plus minus this. But sometimes what happens, I want the upper value to be different and lower value to be different. So go to deviation. So in the deviation, upper value and lower value both will show. Suppose upper value is 0.5 and lower value is suppose 0.3. Okay, 0.3. Okay, okay. So it will show like this, plus 0.5 minus 0.3. Okay, plus 0.5 and minus 0.3. So this is the upper value, this is the lower value. Okay, go to dim style manager ISO 25 modify. Now scaling for height, suppose if I give it 2, now you can see the size of the tolerance value will increase. You can see twice this size, twice. Only the size of the text increased, the size of the text enlarged of the tolerance, not the measuring value. Okay, yes, go to D, enter ISO 25, modify. Okay, so that's the tolerance, make it as 1 only. Now we have some more options here. We have limits, we have limits. So what will show, see, directly it is showing this much. See, let me go to OneNote again. What I gave, 200, upper value was 0.5 and lower value is 0.3. So if you choose limit, it will show directly like this, 200.5 and 199.7. Means this plus this will be this much, this minus this will be this much. So in the limit it will show like this. See here, D, enter. I hope this is clear. Okay, in the limits, and in the basics it will show as, and in the none it will show like this. I'm sorry. Now let us keep it as symmetrical only. Now vertical position, where you want to show it, bottom, middle or top, wherever you want you can show it. Okay, suppose in the tolerances, see, in the deviation, go to deviation, then you will be able to see this. See, at the top it is as of now. If you select bottom, so the actual value will be at the bottom. If you press middle, the actual value will be at the middle. Okay, press OK, close it. Now you can see this actual value 200 meter, it will be at the middle of the tolerances given. If you set bottom, this 200 will come beside of this minus 0.5, and if you select top, this 200 will come beside of this particular 0.5, that is plus 0.5. D, enter. Again go to this BIM style manager, modify. Okay, so this is done. We'll keep it as middle only, and as of now it is deviation, and upper value and lower value both are same, that's why it was showing plus 0.5 minus 0.5. Okay, exactly. Now we have suppressions, leading suppressions and trailing suppression, that is same, trailing and leading zero suppressions, that is same as that primary units. If some zero is there before the decimal, that is leading. Okay, leading the value, leading, then that zero will be suppressed, and some zero is there trailing, that is at the back of the tolerance, then that will be suppressed. Okay, and this is for alternate unit tolerance. For alternate, suppose if you want to give only up to 2 decimal, and also select this and this. So these are very small, simple options. Okay, so I hope this is very much clear. Okay, so that's all about tolerance. You can create a new dimension style, like, see, let me select Deep Unacademy. Deep Unacademy. Now start with, from where you want to start. I want to start with ISO 25. Okay, use for all dimension or linear dimension, angular dimension. Okay, you can see, suppose I want to create this dimension for linear, so use for linear dimension. Okay, use for linear dimension, continue. Okay, so see, a new dimension style for linear, so you can create all the dimensions for linear. Yes, similarly you can create, go to new. Okay, you can create for radius also, You can create for all dimensions. Mostly we create like all dimensions only. Okay, so here suppose Deep an Academy. Okay, start with ISO, continue. So this will be done. So if I create okay, okay, see this new Deep an Academy will come here, and you can modify this. And suppose as of now the current dimension style is Deep an Academy. You can set whatever you want. Now go to new. Suppose if I go to linear dimension, okay, start with ISO 25, okay, and linear dimension, continue. Okay, suppose if I press okay, so see here, you will see inside the ISO you will see a linear dimension. So you can modify this linear dimension, means this dimension style manager will be for linear dimensions only. You can create one more. Go to new, start with suppose for angular dimension I want to set, and press continue. Now this will come inside the ISO 25 and angular. You can set whatever you want, and okay. So like this. Suppose you are going to do linear dimensions. Press on, see this linear dimension is inside the ISO 25. So select the linear dimension, and you can set current like that. Set current, and you can select the linear dimension like this. Okay. So like this you can do. I hope this is very much clear. This is angular, this is linear. So mostly we create different dimension style for different what can I say, for different dimension things like linear, angular, like that. I will show you with some example this thing. So this will be very much clear to you. Like Deep an Academy linear, Deep an Academy angular, like that we can create. So that will be more easy to use. Okay, like that. Suppose I want to set current this Deep an Academy, so select this Deep an Academy and set current like that. I hope this is clear. Okay, exactly. Let us delete all this. Now let me create a rectangle here, some more rectangle. Now go to dimension. Okay, let us give some more dimensions. Okay, now we have some option called ordinate. Go to ordinate, go to ordinate. It will show the point. Actually, suppose I want to show this point, this end point, means x comma y. So select this. Now you can see that it will show the, see this is the one, is this is the y datum, means y coordinate value, this is the x coordinate value. You can move it. Suppose you want the x coordinate value, so go to x datum. Now it will only show the x datum. X datum means the coordinate of that particular point in the x, on the x-axis. Suppose you want to see the y datum, go to y datum and see this. See, this is the y datum. Left click, it will show the y datum. Suppose you want to show the x datum as well, so again click on that point, so it will show the x datum as well. Okay, all the things are showing here, uh, tolerance and everything. So what you can do is go to dim style manager. Okay, go to new. See, as of now we can change it. Actually, we can change the properties. Go to PR, enter. you can change the properties of this. See, once you select this, you can change all the properties right here. If you don't want to show the tolerance, you can change it. You can change it from here. Suppose you don't want to show the alternate units for this, you can put it off. See, you can put it off like that. And also, suppose, wait a second, if you don't want to show the tolerance, select none. It will not show. So all the options, okay, all the properties you can manage for this particular thing. Suppose I don't want for this as well, so you can go there, you can go to alternate units. I don't want alternate units, so put it off. I don't want tolerance, so go to tolerance and none. So like this. So this is the x and y coordinate it is showing of this point. Actually, this distance is very much. So we can do one thing. Go to Deepan Academy, modify. Okay, you can change this value. Okay, we can change this value. Go to lines and you can change this. Extend beyond this. Let it set as 5 and offset from origin 0.5. Okay, now it will show perfectly. Okay, yes. So if you dimension now, it will do perfect dimensioning. See, like this. Okay, go to dim style manager, modify. So you can change all the things as per your need. Extend from dimension line, let it keep as 1. It will be more better. Yes, now go to this. Offset from origin, go to D, enter, modify. This should be unchecked. This should be unchecked. Okay, now it will show perfectly. Okay, see, this gap is 1, which I set it from here in the modify. Okay, and this is unchecked. I hope this is clear. Now select this. Now go to dim. We have align option. Go to align option. Select base dimension. Suppose this is the base dimension. Remember, base dimension is that which will remain fixed. So this is the base dimension. And select the dimensions to align. Means which of the dimensions which you want to align with this particular base dimension. So this is the dimension which I want to align with the base dimension. So select this and press enter. See, I selected this and this dimensions to align, so they are aligned now. Go to align again, select base dimension. Suppose I want this as my base dimension and select dimension to align. So select this dimension to align and press enter. So this dimension will get aligned. I hope this is clear. You can also set the layer for dimension as well. You can set the layer for dimension as well. You have to select the layer name. You have to name it, or you can change the layer from here itself, from the property, or whatever dimensioning you are doing, you can set the layer at that point only. Okay, that will be better. You can activate the layer and you can dimension it like that. Okay, so that is all about dim. Okay, we will have some more options that I will explain through examples.